Whoa, nice.
I'm Pedro. I got into HEMA about a year ago now. I've kind of always been interested in swords and fighting with swords. It's sort of a thing I saw in movies as a child, and that's like, I thought it was cool. I tried to get into Olympic fencing, and when I was searching for like local clubs in my area that did Olympic fencing, I found historical fencing, or HEMA, and I thought that's way cooler. So I wanted to do that instead, and I've been doing it every week ever since, and I haven't stopped, and it's great fun.
My name is Oshin. I have been doing historical fencing for 5 years now. Historical fencing is basically a discipline that started during the 90s. Its principles are based off manuscripts written during the 14th, 15th and 16th century by fencing masters, and they're written, so like during the 16th century I started off with Meyer, the 16th century factual, sort of a sword master, what do you want to call him, and basically I started off about 5 years ago, and then this is the German longsword tradition that I follow, and mostly longsword, do a bit of saber, and then later on I moved on to the Lichtenauer tradition. Well, Meyer and Lichtenauer are in the same tradition, it's the Lichtenauer tradition, but I moved to earlier, later on, about 2 years into my studies, and now I'm very much a Lichtenauer with some Meyer influence in there, so obviously my foundation. And basically what HEMA is, it's basically based off this weapon. It's a longsword. It's two hands, or one hand, but mostly two hands, and it's basically it's primarily a fencing weapon. It's not really a battlefield weapon. It was more so taught in places like fecht schools in Germany, and in other places like there's Italian longsword as well, but I don't practice Italian longsword. I wouldn't have much to comment on it because I wouldn't know. But yeah, so basically, there's stuff written in the manuals, like exactly how to use a longsword, how to fight with certain techniques and stuff like that. We kind of go off those. Obviously, they're written in Middle German, I think, or High German, I'm not sure. And then they were translated into English and all other languages, and then that was based, and then that became the martial art. So it's a martial art, it's a sport. And obviously we get connotations with fencing, Olympic fencing, but this is historical fencing. It's almost like a schism, a movement from Olympic fencing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I've been doing it about 5 years now. Still enjoying it, still learning. I've only skimmed the surface, but yeah, it's a great journey, and I would recommend it to anyone. Yeah. Almost like saying it just in recent. It's the flat of the blade, but it just hurts. I'll just get a proper longsword. Yeah, just get a proper longsword, please.
How you doing? I'm Paul. I'm from Horsemen of Era and Goldhead Historical Fencing in Wexford, and this is our display for the Waterford County Show.
Evening.
Yeah.
And where are you from, actually? Originally.
Tell me, I don't have a Wexford accent.
Yeah, it's like you know.
No, I was born in Italy.
Italy, yes, absolutely, yeah.
And I traveled all over the world in the last 5 years, from Arizona to Switzerland, Sweden, Germany, England, and finally Ireland, where I decided to move. My name is Alessia Pagani, and I run Horsemen of Era with my boyfriend Jack Gassman, and we met Paul, awesome guy, which now we double team all everything together, and it's great. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think this is great. I always wanted to do some swords training before, like this sword. I watched a lot of Game of Thrones and Vikings. I was actually extra in Vikings before, and they made us train with swords and shields, and now I see this here today, and I'm like, I want to try this out. Let's try it out.
Look like you just dropped it.
I haven't wondered.
Which is nice. Wasn't it?
Stop run!
That's just this game.
Step up!
Step back a bit, please. Just allow that.
This looks so weird. This looks weird. Why are you not fighting?
Can you chase him?
Keep children back behind the road.
Oh my god, you see them all kicking on the ground.
One more! Lads, we're here.
That says we phone here. What's his name? What? Your phone is on? You've got a phone! You've got a phone! You got it. Has your phone been on this whole time? I'm gonna kill you! You want to kill me? Get in, Pedro! Give it. This way! This way! That way, you idiot! I'm never working with you again, man! We are done! Oh, done! No, don't talk to me! You're paying for that, Paul! Yeah, yes! There we go.